Hello and a good evening to you. Amaju, how are you? How are you? You're muted.
Yeah,
How's
good
life?
mom. I'm good. How are you
Good,
too?
good. Hello, Missy. Welcome. Trust you're having a good day.
Yeah.
Good.
Hello,
Yes,
Missy.
it's nice out today, so I'm going to finish this and go for a walk. Enjoy the sun while you can enjoy it. So yes, today we are here. This is Amaju and myself, Yafoda Tobra, and what do you call it? So we're here to do Rise Up Woman, and today's topic is respect in relationships. But before we do that, I'm going to read from Reflections for a Thirsty Soul, my book that came out last April. And this year is The Beauty of a Woman's Heart that came out last month, March 24th. It's in stores now, as you saw in the what do you call it, in the clip that just ran. And I'm going to put the ticker on. You can find it on Amazon in Canada, US, France, Spain, Germany, Italy, and then Innovi Books, the publishers. So what we'll do is we'll just read a little clip and then Missy says, great topic, ready to learn. So I'm just going to read and then I'll just read a little paragraph and she'll discuss it with you and I'll go share to groups and we'll start our topic. So today's reading is from page 105. It says, give it your all. And I write, give it all you have got. Do not get sidetracked. Do not limit yourself. Do not allow yourself to be put in a box or put yourself in one with an exclamation mark. Allow yourself to expand. What was impossible before will become possible by His grace. So, Amajo, take it away while I fiddle with my phone.
That's a good one, though.
Yeah.
What is impossible will be possible by His grace.
Yes.
Awesome.
I'm going to
Yeah,
share
we
to.
we can only make impossible possible by His grace. That is, if we work towards it, right?
Yes. Is that all you have to say for them?
Eh,
No other
yeah,
comments?
because if you really want the impossible to be possible, and we want God in between. We all know God will not come down to do it for us.
Mm-hmm.
So we persevere or we work harder, and by His grace, we make what is impossible possible. I I, I just believe nothing comes easy. Like I said, I'm one hell of a person that do not believe in a miracle because I don't sit down and wait. I don't know how to do it. Miracle that or some of us, those of us that do not believe in a miracle, I think we are always on the go, right? Because we know nothing will come for free, right?
But that's not what God even tells us, right? It's just we who have that mindset that we have to sit there and wait for it.
Exactly.
You have to be
So to
part of
me,
it.
whatever you want, you work for it, move towards it, and definitely. And it's like just as the magic comes, it's like once you work for it, that is when you see the success, right? So,
Mhm.
uh-huh. Missy, say something. What do you think?
Me? Well, it's saying that
Missy,
you
I'm
have to
saying Missy because she's on the line with us, right? So I'm asking
oh, okay. I
Missy.
thought you meant me.
Missy, what do you
Okay.
think?
Mhm. Hello, Mamle. Mama, you please watch. Oh, okay. She said you should watch a video. Okay, so I'll put up the banner and then we'll go straight right. So the topic
Ah,
today again is Rise Up Woman, Respect in relationships. And today, there's many aspects to this, but today we're going to deal with marriage and family. Next week we'll come back and do workplace and church, and then the third one will be friendship. So when we say respect, what do we mean? Like,
Well, Auntie, you and I did a topic on respect.
we did, eh?
Yeah,
It's been a while.
yeah, we did a topic of respect. I'm always making a quote from the research I did about respect. When you lose your respect, you lose your values. If you lose respect, you lose the human in you. If you lose respect, you lose focus. Most of the words I quite remember from that research is what I'm saying. So that shows how important respect is in our lives. And I remembered I made a mention that a whole lot of things that is happening to us, especially in our country, in Africa, or in any part of Africa, was because we took respect to a different level by saying respect only belongs to the adults or grown-ups, where we left everything behind, and we also saw it in a different way that yes sir, yes sir. In a different way that yes sir is the only way out. So we have to just play from fool in a fake way.
So it means that respect has got to do with the value that we place on ourselves. So I guess first of all, you need to start by respecting yourself. If you don't respect yourself, the way I look at it is if you don't value yourself, nobody is going to come and value you. If you don't honor yourself, nobody is going to come and do that for you. And that respect that you have, if you have it for yourself, that is what you will extend to your fellow human being. So, I mean, it's just plain and simple. If you are not respecting other people, then maybe you're not respecting yourself as a person, because if you just get up and start coming to talk rudely and anyhow to people, it tells us who you are. It means you don't respect yourself. Ubu hua. Ubu hua. You won't come out and just talk to anybody anyhow. Yes, but in our country and our culture, no, say it's acceptable. Big man, same like even we, the big men, okay, we don't allow them to be. We take ourselves and go and put ourselves down. Oh, massa, because we don't value ourselves. Oh, okay. So it's like, oh, she was asking you at that time we were talking about what I read. So she was asking you what you thought about it or what, something. I think she was asking a question, but so I was just adding on that if you respect yourself, it shows in how you even treat other people, because you own sorry good kasa basa basa and chirobi. But your culture, we've made it say we ourselves, we take ourselves to the big men. Oh, massa, and then it allows them to be pompous and talking anyhow. Oh, yes, Kenny, But for me, like today, our focus is on respect in marriages and respect in families. So, and basically, the way what I saw in my research is that respect means that you accept somebody for who they are, even when they are different from you or you don't agree with them. Is that something that is a popular concept with our people? So,
Yeah.
You have to learn.
Like, for example, the topic where Mamle was talking about. If we respect our children that much, we will seek their consent before we do anything at all. My little ones that I have here, because of a little education I have, or because of what I do, anything at all, I have to sit them down and seek for their opinion, what they think, or talk to them for them to understand. Something we don't do. I will use our sister Ipiapim Polo as an example. But she actually sat her son down to tell him that, son, this is what I'm going to do, but to be public or whatsoever. No, that boy didn't know anything. No, the boy is 7. My son will be
Yes.
very soon 7. The questions he asks me and the things we talk about, meaning even at the age of 5, if you see your children down to talk to them, they do it. Because at the age of 4, my boys and I started having meetings. Still, they will come back, Mommy, we need to have a meeting. We have to talk. That is
Amajo.
part of respect.
Yeah, Amajo, let me come in old age. Befi, what you just said. My daughter she went to the mall. So she comes back and she's washing her small bottle that she bought, right, for water,
Mm-hmm,
small container. And she said she started sobbing the other day. Was it
mm-hmm,
Tuesday?
mm-hmm.
So she was telling us that, oh, she remembers she took a recycling, like a Nestle to class, and 5-year-olds, they said, oh, miss, we're not allowed to do that. And she goes, oh, yeah, thank you for letting me know. I forgot. And then I was saying to them, I said, you see what we always talk about? And I was telling her and her sister that these are some of the things we talk about on these lives. Chrome Hankola, they are taught 5-year-old Enim say the bottle, and she was even more thinking that, oh, I think they were saying it with relates to COVID, not
Mm-hmm.
necessarily even the environment. You are not
Yeah.
allowed to, yet
Mm-hmm,
still
mm-hmm,
awareness into like you
mm-hmm.
talking to your kids. 5-year-old kindergarten kids were able to tell
Yes,
her, oh, miss, we are not supposed to this.
yes,
And so, oh, madam, oh,
yes,
who are you to come and tell me what to do? And I said, oh, thank you for letting me know. That's
yes,
all. That's
yes.
respect.
Mm-hmm. That something we were left out. Something we were not even considered. Like I said, they didn't even we were not even supposed to ask questions. Talk less of them
Mhm,
answering us. And this is
mhm,
what brought us to this mess.
mhm,
We have something called intergenerational trauma.
mhm.
I'm sure
Yes.
we are also suffering from this traumas. Based on
Yes,
what
we
I
are.
based on what I see on those television station, those social media, and the things we say, and
Mhm.
how we even think things should be.
But
You see,
Amajo, hear me. Like even in these parts of the world, the first world, the developed
mm-hmm.
countries, whatever we want to call them, they hold their politicians.
Accountable.
They hold their politicians accountable. So they'll come and say it. Some will say it in a good way. Some will troll. Look, here in the province, when Premier Jason Kenney and Dr. Henshaw are doing the COVID updates, I don't
Yes,
listen to it much. Nana does because of her, she always likes to know. And she says the trolls, the way people will come there, make mean comments, and this is
yes.
your premier and the provincial medical.
Uh,
What do you call it? She's the
I am
medical
I
officer
am
for the
part
whole
of
province.
them. Of late,
Ain't
I've
he?
been tweeting about the border issues
Yes,
like crazy.
but no, but even that, at least you are not being them rude comments. So
Mhm.
people, and I'm not saying that is acceptable, but here it's like
Yeah.
freedom of speech. But
Mhm.
Ghana, any president has said or anything, and now when even like okay, whoever, any person who's holding them to account in the social media now, those people themselves, are they little children? They are not.
No.
They are in their 30s, 40s, whatever. Yet they are being told. And that's
Mhm.
the mentality. Look, my own mother is like that. That's the mentality. They are in their 80s, the 70s, all these top politicians. Nobody can say anything to them. They still think they're in control. And you
Mhm.
put that when they are talking to you, they want to
Mhm.
talk down to you, but you're not a child. So we are
Mhm.
lacking something. There's something we were not taught.
So
Me, this is
much.
what I'm doing. At the time,
Yeah.
I said we have good values. They taught you to respect only Penny Kasakwa. You don't look at them in the eye. And then you come here, you have to unlearn all that and be
Yes.
looking straight in people's eyes because otherwise they'll call you shifty. Wow.
I,
I've
Auntie,
seen this
yeah, I
before.
have to actually sit down to rethink about how I have to look at people's eyes to even identify the beauty of it. Because
Mm.
my own, the colors of my eyes, my own, I didn't even know. I thought they were black. All this while, I have to study to know that it wasn't black, but rather brown.
Yes.
You see something? How many
Well,
people pay attention to even look at your eyes to see how beautiful they are? No. We
No,
rather say
no.
either when you're potty or when kitten. You don't even look at. Yes, we have two words, especially when it comes to. You see, all these are lack of respect, which wasn't there. Yes.
It's a one way in our
Yeah.
community. It's a one way, and it's not right because of the way we've been programmed. Now we have young people. It's almost like a game in waiting, ladies in waiting, men in waiting. Oh, okay. Let the old people do whatever. Which when we get there, then we'll do it. So we are not changing anything. And
Mm-hmm.
we were not taught certain things. Oh, the only man is a penny me pacho now kuto now yes say, but when the adult does something to you, they don't say they are sorry.
Yes.
They just, they don't know how to say
To
they are
them, they
sorry.
are okay. It's
It's
okay for
me.
them to do
It's
it.
me that I've had to learn. I've had to learn to go to my children when I've done something to say, hey, I'm sorry, let's
Yes.
talk about it. It's like, is it taking something away from you to do that? We don't know how to say sorry. We just like it's put some pride in us. And
So much lack of respect has happened among us, from our grandfather, grandmother.
hello,
So
I
much.
will, yes. So yeah,
No.
but we should. I mean,
So much.
so basically, like this thing here that we are talking about is very broad. I don't even know if when we start talking about marriage and family, if we don't
No.
finish, because we're
We
not
will
going to be on
continue.
here long,
We will
we'll
keep
continue with next
tackling
week.
it.
Because, like this respect, okay, if even us, okay, when you think about, thank you, Awoya Josu. If we think about us, like as I was getting ready upstairs, a thought came into my mind. And I said, if I make this comment, you know how people make comments and then people will come and chew you up. Hello, message. Apomu. I made this stage. I said the comment that I want to make when you think about marriage, we'll get into it, but broadly, this is what came into my mind. I said, when you say respect, and I'll do a qualifier. I'm not saying that there's not marriages where people don't respect each other in a healthy way. It's there, but in our culture, I'm not sure where we are at. So basically, what I'm trying to say here, the thought that came into my mind is this. When you are in a culture that has groomed the men to be the end all and be all, to be the orga and all that, the way they've been raised in the culture, they see a woman as just somebody who's there to meet their needs, because that's how, look at it, oh, media me prebabema, oh, this and that and that. Like sometimes if you are talking to, sometimes you're Ghana for when you are talking to somebody and you are naive and you don't give it much thought. Can we are now like there's this somebody
Yeah.
who some so friend be, and I was sharing something in my marriage with her and say, oh, and then oh money yeah mountain or yes and I said to myself,
Can you
what is that
imagine?
supposed to mean? Now,
Yeah.
what is the meaning of what you said to me? Like, this is the foolish way in which these sex things
Yes.
plays.
Mhm.
Doesn't matter so long as the child is healthy. What am I saying to me too? What I said about the men, that a man is like, oh, or bad, some the pride, arrogant one, or bad, yeah, they are here to, this is your own, to your bad, say, and say. And then look at the women, the way we were raised.
So
We
you
think
only
that
thought the
our
negative. You only think about the negative part, not seeing anything
we
good.
only think that we are just groomed to be on earth here to please
Mm-hmm.
men. And nothing else, like that is their only role. Into when we are talking about respect in marriage, now you don't meet somebody who will meet you halfway and show you the decent respect, how a man is supposed to treat a woman and how a woman is supposed to treat a year. Now, Jinsem, let me read some of these comments and we'll continue. So, Mamle says, I always say sorry to my children when I'm wrong. LOL. If I don't say thank you, they will say thank you. Yeah,
That's the
Adwa,
generation we are raising.
yes, Adwa, say greetings and more grace to you both, my knowledgeable, beautiful sisters, along with all the incredible friends as well as viewers on the platform. Welcome, Adwa. Mija message, me hope so sakai. Books na bedu amawana. And like, so we are opening the marriage conversation that respect in marriage. It's like the last time I was saying, I don't know if it was this past Sunday or the previous Sunday, say Hanamono, our area is man, wife, children. They are they have loving relationships with their extended family, but everybody knows where they stand. Ours, man, wife, children, extended family. Depending who your husband or your wife is, maybe the extended family even comes before you, the spouse. Into culture and the influences, it does not allow, it's
No.
like me, okay, if my in-laws were coming to come to my house, I'm like I say, nah, a DNA. Oh, I work at home. Do you know how tedious that is? Today, I was just saying to Adra that, hey, when you grow up, you have to figure out, or you kind of say, how you manage your home, because you have to make sure there's meals for your kids, meals for your husband, this, that. Me stage no, my bread. Because it's not, I'm working at home. It's hard to make that shift from, I cook food and it's there, or sometimes my husband cooks and it's there. But men, maybe sometimes they expect different. I'm not the type who say that, I worry to make a cook meal every day. I don't do that. And say, Nunti, if I'm not a woman, I'm not a good
You're
woman,
not a
then
woman enough.
yes, then that's your problem. It is not mine, because the chrome hayetino yen bread. Well, into some people come and say, oh, media me yes, yeah, when you can, you do it. But let's be real about it. Let's be very real about some of these things. Yeah, ebi amikno you used to so best match me the whole day. From morning to evening, the whole day. I'm sorry, I have other things to do too. Me men the whole day. Like, oh, my worry, me kuno. They be on TV or share sports on field, so my worry, like we are hypocrites. We have to work with each other. Hey, there are more comments. Let me read. Did I read this one before? A lot of people in our society lack of boundaries and also lack of respect for themselves as well as others. And our message say respect is end. One needs to be respectable to be respected.
Thank you, Miss Williams.
Yeah. I will say they will always remind you, the kids. Well, just in the books name okay. And I will say, please send me the link. And it's like the respect that we are talking about, it's a mutual thing. What it is, with the beginning of our career, and you have to sit down. And I'll tell you this, times have changed. Some of us, we may have gone into marriage with naive notions. There's things you need to sit down and talk about. A Christopher, Rebecca said counseling, say, whatever. But what I'm trying to say is, actually, where is it? You need to, oh boy, you need to sit down. I'll have to call her back. You need to sit down and have a chat about what do you call it? Different aspects of your relationship, money, the children, your faith, whatever.
Yeah.
Do you take holidays? Don't you take holidays? This and that. Yeah, Missy said most people also confuse old with maturity.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
for
the
sure.
marriage question, like me, this is what I'm saying, sir. You have to go into it with your eyes open. There has to be a certain level of maturity. These expectations, sometimes we come into it with certain expectations that are not met in the marriage. I say I'm going to get my popcorn and and I enjoy the popcorn and and it's like it's like we come in with these preconceived ideas, say you're or bad, and to some people, like, they don't even respect women, and they're in a relationship with a woman. They tend to look at the woman and say, oh, it's not everything that I do that I have to tell you. You know, the other time I was given an example of Nkrofo a mini momo almost nefi abrofo so no will say wo aware no mu yetumi call akwama ne ade. Now who are you going to take on holidays? You'll be made to feel like hello, Awo. You'll be made to feel like you are an entity in the relationship into just that business of sitting down together and talking over things. Now, yeah, so the problem that we have, we see the red flags before marriage, but we ignore it and then go in. If the person is not respecting you before the marriage, what are the chances you are joyati? And what are the chances that the person is not respecting you before, they are going to respect you after? You didn't put your foot down and speak to them and say, hey, this I can take, this I won't take. Wow. It's a
Yes.
big issue.
I was really enjoying you on Sister G. So when we were busy fire.
Oh my goodness.
When you were busy
I was here for me
Yeah.
I keep firing every day. You bet you accelerator and so kakra kreben day.
Yeah.
I was here for me chiachia will be and kasafa, we are talking about respect, yeah. Respect are yen, but not demand. You don't demand respect, you yen it. How do you yen a respect from me? You, the person,
Yes.
need to be respectable so that respect will come back to you. Treat me like somebody. We are co-partnership. When it comes to marriage, it is not about we fighting who will be the head, who will do this, who will not do this, who will not do that. As a matter of fact, for us as a Christian, yeah, Bible have said it explicitly. What my guidelines to marriage. So I will not be fighting headship with you. But if you are a head, you are a CEO of a company, I believe you know your responsibilities. It is your responsibility to make sure that the company that you've been given will not go bankrupt. The company you've been given to run, or as the CEO, as the headship, you will not actually run into deficit in any way. For that reason, CEOs are respected because of the position they hold. What do you do to earn the respect of your junior subordinates? Once that is established, it is automatic. It comes automatically. CEO biya or shan kwala pen will be the tendency is kwala subordinate ni muno because kwala kitwe biya all wasen. Wadeja budada. And even when we come to normal companies, sakwala kitwe bi director bi da wumuno. Sure, their relationship now, I won't say there is no respect because somebody used to call boss now, it's my friend Kwedu Yao, whatever name.
You're too familiar.
Yes. One or other thing I want to talk to married couples about, familiarity brings disrespect among married couples.
Yes.
We become too familiar with each other that sometimes we the respect that needs to be in the relationship, we lost it.
That's it.
Because Kofi Papa, I've got used to you. So sometimes when I'm throwing my words around, I'm not cautious of the things I say, thinking, say, oh, so no dear, or Debbie.
It depends. So they are all kind of dependent because I understand say familiarity no wo, but be wo so a enipa no esu bi ka ho. Whoever is doing that, because what is said the nipa ne sini ni kunu na one ne yire be kasa kra na kira said they don't have respect and only but there's that familiarity that we all have and so no kunu kasa kra obedwene ho kakra na say there's two grades of it, I think.
Yeah, there's two big differences, and this is how I am going to shake my table. So I'm starting with the familiarity where it comes very subtly. It comes very subtly.
Let me make a certain example here. Not too long ago, there was one of our sisters called Rejoice or something. I understand she was once an ambassador who had a child
Joyce.
with her. Yeah. she was busy talking about the baby's father and all that. And when I finally paid attention to her talking, all I said was respect your child that you have now, and rethink before you say certain things. That was all I said.
The child has to live with it in the future.
Yeah, thank you. So somebody now said, what do you see, as low-minded as we are, sister and auntie, yeah, you keep pressing on. You will keep doing what you are doing, because I think this is the only way some people will get it. Respect your child. The person did not get it. She wants not the radio, somebody else.
But
like
they are looking at it from how we were talking. Culture, no, it's only one way respect. Akola to penny, not the reverse. Into what you are saying is very strange to them.
That's
the mindset. That's how we were always raised.
The person want to attack me. What do you mean respect a baby or whatever? You see, that is the problem. So I have to go back to say, this baby hasn't asked mommy to talk to daddy on his or her behalf. What mommy is doing is now creating enmity between child and the father. If that man never loved that child, what are you going to say? Are you thinking about that?
Yes, so when elephants fight in the grass, that's
midnight, my phone going like, sister, what you wrote, I think I was yes. Now keep thinking. Don't just read and then answer people. You think about what me on this social media. I try as much as possible to control my English, especially if I'm commenting. I try so hard to control my English. That is because I have realized how our people are and how they think. If you are putting big English, you have to try and bring yourself. It's like you're training a little child. You be surprised a lot are so highly educated, but just to understand certain things, you have to explain and breaking it into pieces before they can what you're saying. And this is something I don't get.
You don't get it. Amma, you don't get it because
you will press harder. And if I hear you firing, at times I just clap.
Honestly, Amma.
Our patrol, Mr. Young call commercial Embrana. Yapa the half hour mark, no that yes, maybe a beefy me. Okay. So here we are. Here is my copy of the book, The Beauty of a Woman's Heart. It's on Amazon, Canada, UK, France, Spain, Germany, Italy, and Innovi Books. I said on one of our lives that when I'm reading a book and they ask questions, I'm too lazy to take a paper and pen and answer. I answer in my head. So now with my own book, I'm going to go through whatever anybody else reading is going to go through. So you see here, I don't know if you can see it. I've been writing, trying to answer. Yeah, so I'm reading it. It's an interesting read. I mean, like there's lots to think about. And I just like the way I was going to say this. I wanted to tell Ajuodo when I got, well, she's on here, so she'll hear it anyway. I said, let me not spoil it for her. She'll see it herself. But there's lots of room, to answer the questions and write all over. So it's just something that with the questions, it gives you deep, it will make you think. So depending where you are, in your work or in your life, thinking is good because it helps you to make changes. So I hope that that is what people will get out of it. So we can continue. Let me bring the one, and don't forget this one too. It's still in bookstores, Reflections for a Thirsty Soul. That one I didn't read through because I kind of knew what was in it, but this time around I said I'll read how. Oh, hello, Pastor P. Good evening. Welcome.
Mr. P.
Baba. Now, you kind of saying, Missy said we can be taught one thing, but we can also learn and change when we come to realize that that was the wrong way about it and make it right. Exactly. Hello, Alethea Akwaba. I hope you are doing well.
Alethea.
You.
It's been a while, girl.
So we're talking about respect, and I go to the point where I said, I am going to shake this table here. I know some people will not like it, but guess what? I can't be bothered. I will not be apologetic about this one. I am on the side that where familiarity in a relationship bring disrespect. It comes very subtly. The people that speak to their spouse and they are very respectful and very disrespectful. It came about very subtly. It didn't just start boom. It started with say, "Menima kukwa wenim." I say, I can throw any shades about. I get away with it. Then as time goes on, it keeps escalating and escalating. But the subtle one, polished one, some of us, even for those of us even in the diaspora, it comes about in a very mild manner, and as time goes on, after you do nipem crowd boundaries.
No.
Watch those things. Yeah. It's very imperative, say, as time goes on, you need to check that thing. For the fact that I've grown with you, I've been living with you 15 years, 13 years. That does not give me the right to think, oh, everybody, kind of sarcastic comment we make and not thinking about the feeling of the person. How does the person feel?
No.
There's nothing wrong. I mean, as men, say ya bread now no adriania, but the quiet to say I beg competition, that kind of mentality. Where do you draw the line? And let me tell women here, every home is different. Every home is different. Because you must know the person you are living with so that you know the kind of role you play in the people's life. Every home is different. People make the mistake of thinking, say, there are some things, the red flags, as Auntie Ya was saying, was there. One share. Wow, Percy, your message now, won't pray, see a special kawenti. Red flags, no, now, boo, when you go so. Ubu, when you go so, Diana was all your twash. Remember, Pastor Mayano Canon. The red flags were there. The man was showing
their work and say, oh, PBBD, share. And maybe the mistake they make, when I make her say sometimes, you can't, this it becomes overused or say women were our worst enemies. And maybe why no who say a Juma Punk or a workhorse or many or barn into me, yes, it's all bread. Oh, yes. No, this is culturally you do this. And the NHS said they are going to go and talk about it and be whatever. We have to put things in perspective. What you must say, even at now, we can't say too much familiarity near. You know, I say the other side of it. And say, I thought that yet to me, be that we can't even laugh and joke with each other. Those are the me and I say, no. Then we become too. You have to learn to laugh and do certain things, and not it's a fine balance.
Yes, that is what I was getting at. Say people should get the scale right. When one is weighing up the other, it is wrong. And Bibi will say in our area, yes, was he a timidity who are yensing grow and next share how
Yeah.
I yensing growing been say me fee me ma there's this jerk chicken my husband does. It's so funny. It's not any recipe be in fact me no any bibia but to the extent said me bar or yet 5-year-old last year Father's Day okoto Father's Day a card amane papa and who ba could be a chef bikita a year or two barbecue so this one looks good for that and I was just saying just jerk chicken everything I've done for you. I mean all the food I've been cooking for me.
Humorous. What you say? Just a humorous.
Yes. And I was looking at them. Yes, I was looking at the funny side, and I'm like, Akola, already 5 years with all the cards. Was it the only one he could pick? I mean, Menimia Penny crowd was talking about it, and it was like, oh yeah, I think that you will like this because, in fact, and you know one funny thing because he can ultimately 4-letter words, 5-letter words. I like your cooking, Dad. Happy Father's Day. And me could be a card and you see the excitement in his face. It's nothing. For me, me cry out on me feel bad to say, with all the things we do for you, is that the between him? The American say,
oh, that is the Ghanaian in you. What? That is the Ghanaian in you. No, and this is what my father does that I love. And you're also expressing it here. Yeah.
Now, with him, whilst me was worried about all the card, as days later, and I make no chuma Dinabas was there. It's just a typical Ghanaian attitude that you show in because I mean make come once some more shop one make catch me close there. Even at the shop, now me full say it's not card way there, it's not for you. And my husband draw me attention to it. Yeah, na me person me can was saying. It was say as couples, yeah, you me di you one yin gro. Obi offended. I face so what's what dom na. Oh ye bibia mamia. It shouldn't be like Obama no chichi bathroom. Obama no tidy up with you. Wow, so kind of mindset, you're free baby, you're free ban. Ain't in a ma and near my frafra. Now, so if you're gonna cry, Obama yatitana yapono. Well, yeah, deal. On Jai Bibia, so in a very healthy relationship, if I'm really in love with you, I'm happy to do things with you.
Yes.
I'm happy to go extra miles for you. In a very healthy relationship, I make sure that we hold each other. I know when my wife is tired and I say, put your feet up.
Yes.
I'll do the cooking today. Put your feet up this weekend. And I may wash it. Na me kunu ehie Ghana no mo muni ma ware no. Wo so ba na isi niema na be ma na yata. There is nothing wrong with that.
But yeah, wrong. Yeah, man, be especially yes, and
my sister, we a housewife.
Look,
we a housewife. Not that kind of lifestyle may suit you. I praise God. You want to
and your housewife as some 9 to 5, and so say on a Jumano into Wajia Bosun because she's a perfect Ghanaian woman. Tiana saw ye bibia. Into your face no speak up about it because she didn't talk about it, right? And now it's happening. Make sure I do a comment. It is important for people and couples to analyze new information with patience and time to make sure it's beneficial for them before applying things, taking one day at a time. Many people tend to run foolish races due to comparison and unnecessary competition, copycats. Media makase we are I'll do what makes me happy.
Yes.
So I will balance or be my opinion about it. That's our worst opinion. There may and that works for me. We are fond of just man yet corner. You didn't come on my one. Me say na comparisons. It's unnecessary. You only kunu asem.
People should learn to understand, say, in this life, depending on the stage of life, there are certain things that will work for Antia, certain things that will work for Amaju, certain things will not work for me. Na unyanya santi asiena, uko bifie na bribi koso na wonti asia wuhwebi. Especially, a ma bebre ya was ideology we de obi ataye bi. Yeah, na se ubenyi ya akola bi ye biribi atwe a mimi fie sankwase ase obua.
You know there. No,
Your
what
child will grow doing the same thing, even worse. Edru so the abeka say, oh,
you don't talk.
listen.
Me try no me busu ni bi. Time ani ya maso no cancer say mo say chrome ha. So ba endi 18 years and konko judge obi ba. Me
Thank you.
mu anti say do sa stage no say what passes sa stage na everything I call yama wada onyame ase the rest of it in they are an adult even still no po Ghana for the ultimate say but I me shading to near maybe or can me there to be and some people are so good at that share mommy be a baby unim ya meya yet to omo hey omo a life different. Enti no bia so abefro fie kra me no as I know my kids no omo nye nkola bia no omo ye basa na so omo ye rude or disrespectful to enkrofo enti so obi afro fie kra na se u feel say bibi kra na wo de kase o o maame me no maame kase or something maame we or condemn me ba no say me ba no frɛ ya pe obusa for ono ne ba no. What you say like she's so rude, so say. And so Sabiara, me shedin am say dia na ekoso. At the end of the day, unim. Sabiara unso so na uba ba no oye basa. What you must Sabio because and the nyina ya febe mu dan timi judge obi but be oni we I sent me shedin am say nti said dia maami si ye just me hu pempi say ye Ghana for Africa for no crap no amongst ourselves no. Enkolana ye do omo afi baby aba ne omo a we tend to condemn them ya wo krom ha chese wa say uti say so me banana say tem be consumer how is it that people always think that we are the bad ones and yet those who come in their teenagers or whatever they come and they are even worse. Into judging no me the judging no na make say no it's just not.
But when it comes to we giving each other respect in a relationship, whether in friendship, whether we giving respect to each other, no, are very important. So ubumia, and never do a cry. You find me. The auntie I won't find them. Say me buante ya. It is a baby pony and a auntie ya anya no said ye me pena. Nasa me seme drona. I was a trebe auntie ya. I'm not catching say oh I mean ya. I dear we out here you know man tiasi. When we say because ye need proper dialogue and ye nim said ye. Sometimes we do things haphazardly. Because
hello, Sister Comfort, thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Opinions so diagnosis. If you say me general dear who said my 10 cat here, said my person near my color, and you will be dear yepe. Sekoba say, we need panic ready agro. Not said your more Jane and well bra, and your bonnet, and you're not general. A Ghana force should give people room and people chance to live their life the way that pleases them. Because at the end of the day, a lot of things that work for Auntie Ya will not work for me. Something that work for Ama Joe will not work for me. And to respect the one that works for me. Me kona miya me kope mwa na me opinion we free wa me ba ho. But until then, learn to respect people's boundaries.
Yes.
Sometimes, in the name of familiarity, there are things that you don't even need to even poke your nose into. You see people doing the same thing.
In 10 minutes, as me come and walk. I'm saying, Amaju, the way I'm seeing it, we started on marriage, we're not even finished. Next week, we have to continue marriage and family, into come in and let's start to wrap up and then we'll come back.
I tell you, baby, I don't work. In fact, it's not helping matters. I know you want to do your work.
Now saying no, you so yeah, no bump. Sunday say you buy 1 hour show near sorry so. And you're done to be a young we be on your bet was so.
Mo ya kati ye UK no off. Mo ya kati ye off.
Young cat, I will your dear chair, bet I have 3 hours and commonly I had that. And so I such as I was streamline it. You may taste next week me and snabber.
Sister, oh look, here I 7, but it's so our sun stays continuous up to bed 10 or 9:30 to 10. It's a perfect time for our walking at this time.
Okay.
And that's very nice.
Please pardon us.
Yeah. None try me. None try me. The man call work a many problem in it. Yes, me call. Mrs. We are so judgmental without even knowing people, and it's sickening sometimes.
Our sister Missy was actually saying we were not taught, but we are learning.
Yes.
So can we try and do better on ourselves? Can we try and is that okay?
Oh, dear Casa. I will call for a crap. Come this way. Can awesome. Aha. I see they think I'm you because of the name, eh?
Oh, name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We should try and respect ourselves enough and be careful of what we say around our children.
Yes.
Yeah, because they take what we say very, very seriously. This word is powerful. Words is powerful. It seems some of us are not getting it. I heard a very scary topic that our sister G was trying to do this afternoon, but her internet was giving her problem, but she couldn't. And a child committed, a 15-year-old boy or something, committed suicide. That was simply because, according to the child, she thinks that is a gift for her mom. Because her mom has been saying, oh, because of you, I lost my husband. Because when I gave birth to you, I lost this. When I did this, I lost that. And so the boy was like, I think I have to end it all. That would be a gift for her. And that's what the child did. I'm sure she will do this program maybe next week or whatever. But let's respect our children. Let's respect ourselves first. And then transfer that respect to our children or anybody around us. Let's watch out what we say, especially with our children. And all this can come with respect. If you lose yourself, if you lose your sanity, it's part of losing respect. And these are the results that comes out with it. And I will end with that.
Amajo, as someone working, a rabbi a minimum in the community now or ye me too, so ye me bet your cancer. Same way I've said it on one of these levels. See or no, she tries so much not to say anything to her children, no matter how
angry,
no matter how bad it is.
Yes.
You know, one can't because she's only or say because your mommy no. They speak out of their pain. And this is the classic example. Mimi say I can remember certain things I heard my mom say that I didn't understand. They see and me say, but what was that? Because unim can't it, you know, the missing point no make you know, you learn certain things, but you can unlearn it and learn something different if it is not the right way. Yeah, mommy, no, we didn't have those opportunities. And no make us say, yes, see a binum hokra no ma betnet or ma worry because they are jealous that the children are enjoying something they didn't. Almost they just said they didn't have that option. They can't be themselves. They can't. There's no opportunity to be into. You see, and then mama say mana mabana say muya word muya say there be just say you have to your mental sanity, your mental health. Very important. It's very, very important. Yeah, in the name of our area, you see, because of this fascination, our area into ubanso abo. Our until like you know, I don't know the story. I don't want to I'm just talking on the peripheral. Say, look at this situation, and I say So Nimusa, all this
Let's
pain.
go.
What you must say?
We
This
don't
pain.
let things go. Let's
Yeah.
respect ourselves and
Yeah.
transfer that
It's
to
very
others.
sad. A
Let's
very
do
sad
it.
situation. A very
Yeah, let's
sad.
do it.
And yeah. Anyway, your final comments. I will 7:30.
Yo, saying woka about nneɛma bi a na yɛ maame m na yɛ ana ɔmo ka no. Let me also end it here and say that your ɔbaatan be very careful some of the words when you are ubufu and I say bibiba ewo ifie said ye ne ye makasa. Whether we like it or not, life is spiritual. And sometimes some of the words as mothers we throw about. Bebree sɛ yɛn a ɛwɔ yɛn 40s ne yɛn 50s yɛbɛka nokorɛ a na yɛsua no yɛn maame mo ɔmo bufu a ɔmo keka nsɛm bi a ɛnɛ wote hɔ na wohwɛ nneɛma bi a ɛkɔ so wɔ w'abrabɔ mu a wote ne ka sɛ ɔmaame de n'ano kaeɛ ɛna ɛyɛ hɔ. And whether we like it or not, ɛsan
awo wanji achiwo. Where the awo freeze. Ti awo what freeze you unti I don't know. Because I don't know, we couldn't, I'm not sure if she'll go and come, but we couldn't. This topic, Sister Comfort, thank you. Come again. Yeah, the Thursdays, most Thursdays in your high, didn't come. The way it is, we just, I think, barely touch the surface of the marriage, respecting marriage, but we'll treat it next week, and then we'll talk about both respecting marriage and family. So then the following week we'll do respect in the workplace and in church. And this could stretch for a little bit because it seems like we might need 2 weeks to handle each. And, I think said the iron the basic we've said a lot. Respect here is a two-way street. And some of these things in marriage, when you're going to marriage, you shouldn't be naive. You have to think.
Be
You have to
very
be
much open-minded.
won't let the love not blind you. Be practical. There's practical things to talk about and be aware of. That is your defining moment. Say, "Bibi wo ho enko yi a," now say it's a big issue. That tells you that you shouldn't go forward with our area. Our area is not the end all or be all of life. You love yourself, you respect yourself enough to say, "This is what I'll accept. This is what I won't accept." Yes, these conversations, it gets people thinking and talking. I remember, I was saying on Sunday that my oldest daughter was, some of these topics and things going on in life. She was saying that, it makes her worry that when she has a son, how is she going to, she's thinking a lot more of these things. And I said, you have to treat the son the same way you treat a daughter. They'll do groceries, they'll do laundry, they'll cook, they'll do wash dishes, not that ball, Bema could do ball, idea, Grobeba, and who now war, so they think that they are slaves, that they are slaves, so that same mentality they'll take into their marriages. But anyway, I thought, like, when I thought of this topic, I thought, we just talk about it's interesting and it's broad, so there's a lot to talk
so
about.
much, Auntie.
We thank you for joining us today. So, Missy, thank you so much. Miss Comfort, you are welcome, and please do come again. And Sister Ajodo, thank you for your contributions. Pastor P, Miss Sage, Alethea, Mamle, and anybody else who's on, we thank you for your support. We'll be back on Sunday with the Sassy Girls for a chat from the book, The Beauty of a Woman's Heart. So get your copy. It's on Amazon. And there's questions in there that you can answer. It could be, a life changer. Change comes in small ways. It doesn't have to be big changes. Just something you may read or a question you might see will help you make some change, minuscule change that you need in your life, and that will set you on your path. So with that, thank you, Amajo. We'll see you on Sunday. Bye, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I'm going for my walk. Yes, this time she'll make me walk a long way. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.